My desk is so messy right now. We're not gonna talk about it. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Vlogmas Day 11. So, good news is I finished up with 2 of my clients yesterday and I sent over the poetry collection to that client. I still have to send over the novel today, so I'm just gonna look over it again this morning and then email my client. And then the good news is I have until next Monday before I'm starting my next client. So I have a couple of days off where I can just focus on my book and YouTube and Patreon stuff. Great, last night I was focusing on Joe's book. We're gonna pick right back up with that this morning. I was also reading a little more of my newsletter ninja book last night. We made it to chapter 5, so I'll probably end up picking this up a little bit today. And then also my book club book, we're also reading that. So anyway, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. I'll update you later. I forgot I was doing vlogmas. I'm sorry, I've been updating a different vlog for Patreon. It's like noon. I just got an energy drink. I've been updating the formatting and the back matter for the anti-virginity pact because I reformatted it and I added like the links to the sequel in the front matter and the back matter for the ebooks now, so people can go pre-order it. Spent some time just like going through my client's project again, and I'm gonna send that over to her right now. Kitty check. Sleepyhead. Both kitties slept with me all night last night. They both curled up with my legs. I woke up at like 3 in the morning and they were both laying on top of me. They don't always sleep with me, so it's always a nice surprise when they do. Maxine is over here. I don't know what it is with her in doorways. She likes to be at like the in-between spot between rooms. I guess maybe she can have like a full view of the whole condo. What you doing? Just check the weather. It's supposed to snow today, tomorrow, and the next day. So we don't love that. I've been sitting here working on Joe's book. It's going very well. I'm having a lot of fun. 2 things to talk about. One, we're supposed to get new Taylor Swift music tonight. I think it's dropping at 10 o'clock my time. But then also, I've been thinking about this part of the writing and publishing process is the hardest for me, or this next part is when I have to send it to my editor, when I'm waiting for the pre-order links to go up, when I'm waiting for my cover. Like, it's just so passive. Like, I just have, my work is done and I just have to sit here and wait, and I hate it. It drives me nuts. Like, I'm trying to update the back matter of the anti-virginity pact, but all of the pre-orders aren't ready for the anti-relationship year, so I can't put in all of the different links right now. It's driving me nuts that everything's not ready and there's nothing I can do. So anyway, what I've been thinking is once I finish this sweep of Joe's book and I send it to Paige and then I send it to my editor and then there's nothing left for me to do until I get it back, I need a project that I can jump into like head first to distract me while I'm going through this horrible waiting stage. So all of this is to say we're gonna have to start to write another book. It's what's gonna have to happen. So I was telling you a while ago I had this idea for another romance book that I wanted to write. So what I'm thinking is as soon as we're done with this draft, I'm gonna start outlining that book and I'm just gonna jump into it head first to distract myself while I wait for all of this to go on. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to drafting another book. I like that balance. Like in November I wrote a draft, I wrote a rough draft for NaNoWriMo, and now I'm editing, and then when I'm done with editing we'll draft, and then when I'm done with that I'll edit. So it's just kind of nice to have a change of pace every once in a while. Obviously I do want to go back and edit that book that I wrote in November, but I have a whole plan with that book and that series, and we're not gonna get to it just yet. We're gonna write another draft apparently. Anyway, we'll get into all of that when I post my goals video on my main channel, which was something I was thinking I was gonna film today, but we'll see about that. But if it's gonna snow for the next 3 days, like, I can't wait for good lighting because I'm not gonna get it. Anyway, that's the update. I don't know how interesting this vlog is going to be today because I'll probably be sitting at this desk for most of the day, but I'm really looking forward to it. Now that I've like decided that's what we're gonna do, I'm really excited to start writing a new book. Okay, also though, totally unrelated. I guess I was thinking about this because I was sitting here making my goals list for next year and like all of my writing and publishing plans, so naturally that led me to like look back at this previous year and all of the things that I've done. And in trying to make my writing and publishing schedule, I was trying to figure out what was like a reasonable amount of books for me to work on in a single year. So like, how many books have I worked on this year? It was way more than I thought because I started working with my editor in December. So I was still working on the Anti-Virginity Pact at the beginning of this year. I was still working on Poems for the End of the World at the beginning of this year. I was revising Project Z earlier this year. So that's 3. I wrote the sequel to Project Z. I wrote Joe's book for Camp NaNoWriMo in July. We wrote the new book for November NaNoWriMo. Is that all? Is that everything? Either way, that's 6 books that I've worked on this year. That's insane. And if we're just talking about rough drafts, I wrote a book in April for Camp NaNoWriMo, I wrote one in July for Camp NaNoWriMo, and I wrote one in November. So we've written 3 new books this year. I just like had never sat down to do the math, and I'm a little bit shook that we've like seriously worked on 6 books this year. Even though, unfortunately, as we've previously discussed, Project Z and its sequel have been put to rest. But now looking at it, it makes me sad. One day, maybe one day, we'll come back to you. But it's not gonna be this year. Anyway, so like, do I want to be realistic next year and set a goal to work on like a similar number of books? Or could I do even better? Because I'm not nannying this year and I'm not teaching this year and I have more time. Could we do more than 6 books this year? Things to think about. Look like an egg today. It's 2:45. We have not moved, but we have gained a dean. And we added a candle. I think I finished another chapter or 2 of Joe's. I'm pulling up my checklist. Yeah, so we're in the middle of chapter 5 with that. Going well. I love the beginning of this book. I'm like totally happy with it, so that's great. And then I also started planning out the next book that I wanted to write, like I was telling you. So I started by looking up names and just making like a really long list of names that I like, because I still haven't decided on any of the character names. And then I also put up a questions box on my Instagram saying like, yo, suggest some names for me. And then I wrote down all of the romance beats for the story and then just started like a general brainstorm. But then I also made this document. This is all like my productive procrastinating. I also worked a little bit on my marketing plan for the entire relationship here. But then I set up this little document. It looks so like basic, but it like took me a while I sat here and thought about it. Where I combined the 7-point story structure on this side, and then this is the beats in the romance arc. I got these specific beats from this book. And so then I tried to line them up so like where the specific beats in the romance arc align with the 7-point story structure, just so I could kind of, I don't know, look at them side by side. So this will be a new emerging project from now on. We're gonna start outlining this book. I'm sitting here for so long. We're gonna get up and go take a shower just to like get away from this desk. And then we'll come back to working on Joe's book. Like I said, I'm in chapter 5. I finished the first scene of chapter 5. The second scene, like plot-wise, it's fine, but I don't love the writing in this scene, so I know it's gonna take me longer than the previous chapters have. It's a long chapter, oh my god. I've got 10 more pages in this chapter to do. So if I finished just the rest of this chapter today, I would be happy. And that's what's going on. The only updates that I have for you. One, I showered, so thankfully. But the anti-relationship year is finally up pretty much everywhere for pre-order. I've been waiting for like a week for these links to go live. You can pre-order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Apple Books. The only place I don't have right now is Google Play. It will be up on Google Books after it comes out. But long story short, Google is the only one of these where it won't let you put the book up for pre-order unless you have the final file ready. And I'm a little afraid to put like a dummy file in there of just like what it looks like now before it's ready. Because 1, that's technically against their rules, and 2, I've had issues with them before where they sent out the book before it was released, and I don't want anyone getting this not finished version if I put in the file just to set up the pre-order. So anyways, it's available everywhere except for Google at the moment. It looks really dark, like it's late, it's 4:30. That's what we've been working on. I told you this vlog was all gonna be me just like sitting here. And I forgot to eat as usual, so we're gonna go get some food. Oh, also something really cute that happened today. I don't know if you watch these videos, Jordan, but if you're here, hi. One of my editing clients, her name's Jordan. I sent her back her thing today and she sent me a Starbucks gift card as a thank you, and that was just like the sweetest thing ever. Thank you so much. You know I'm gonna use that. Maybe we'll go get a coffee as a treat tomorrow morning. Hello. You know what's funny? I've started wearing a mask when I clean my cat's litter box so I don't have to smell it. We're staying up so we can listen to the new Taylor Swift album, so we're just waiting for that. I've been sitting here working on Joe's book. It's been going well for the most part. Dean's like all wound up and he won't stop meowing and like doing these weird war cries. There he is. And he'll just be like sitting there alone, just like doing this weird battle cry, and I don't know why. So what we're doing while we're waiting for the new Taylor Swift album, I've actually been listening to her old music all afternoon. There's this playlist on Spotify called the Taylor Swift Complete Collection, which has like all of her stuff, including like her collabs and everything. So it's interesting. Her first album came out when I was in like elementary school. And me and my friends used to like listen to her on the way to soccer practice and stuff, so I've literally been listening to her my whole life. And it's crazy, a song will come on that I haven't heard in like 10 years and I still remember every single word. So anyway, we've been listening to that. It's been fun. And I was reading that book earlier, the newsletter one, and also I've just been like doing some research and stuff because newsletters, it's just something new that I've been getting into more this year, and I still am like learning about it. And all of my newsletters so far have been pretty brief just because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was feeling kind of self-conscious about it. I was like, I don't know if anyone even wants to read this. So I've been kind of like brainstorming new things that I could try with my newsletters because I really would like to like put more into them and make them more fun and have more like exclusive stuff and be able to like actually interact with people on there. So I've been kind of brainstorming a new like template, or sorry that this is like shaking, I gotta stop touching my desk. Like a template just so I can kind of map out the kinds of things I want to cover each month in my newsletter. And I've come up with some fun ideas, so if you're not subscribed already, maybe do that before I send out the December one so you can see how it looks and let me know what you think. So yeah, today's just been a big work day for my books and my stuff, but honestly I wouldn't have it any other way. It's my favorite kind of day. Joe's book is going well. I wasn't expecting to like add a ton to the word count with this pass through, but I just added a ton to this one scene that I was working on. So who knows at this point where this book is gonna end up? I certainly don't. So I'm gonna stay up, probably, maybe I'll go take a break and watch One Tree Hill until the album comes out. But I'm gonna end the vlog here, so I'll have to let you know what I thought of the album in tomorrow's vlog after I have a chance to listen to the whole thing. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys are all doing well. I think I told you in this vlog, you can now order the Anti-Relationship Year Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Apple Books. Super exciting. You can add it on Goodreads. You can subscribe to my newsletter. All the links are down below. Also, just a side note, I start working with my cover designer next month to redo this cover. So if you ever wanted the original cover of this book, you might want to grab a copy kind of soon because this is gonna turn into like a special collector's edition. Super cheesy, but this cover is going to disappear soon if you wanted this version. Just a heads up. I'm not gonna just like change it out of the blue. I'll probably send out a newsletter, make an announcement when it is time to change the cover. So I'll give you a heads up before I actually do it, but just know that is coming. Anyway, hope you guys have I'm trying to think of a different adjective for today. We've used fabulous, we've used awesome. I hope you have a peaceful day today. See you tomorrow.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With